I have a meeting with Michael soon. I'll bring him up to speed with your cousin's connection with Hayden then.
Well, it sure is nice to be able to tell someone since we have to keep Patrick and Elizabeth in the dark.
I don't like this any more than you do, but if I tell Elizabeth, she's liable to tell Nikolas, so I...
Nikolas?
Hey, Sam. Come on, how long are you gonna hold this ELQ thing over me?
It's not just a thing to me, Nikolas. You know what that company means to the Quartermaines? How could you do this?
Is that why you were poking around Windermere yesterday? Quartermaines send you?
I wanted to convince you to give up ELQ. I owe you a chance to come to your senses. I don't give up on people easily, Nikolas. And like you said, we're family.
Well, I suppose that explains what you were doing on Spoon Island. But it doesn't explain what Jake Doe was doing there with you.
Nikolas, I was at the docks waiting for the launch, and Jake was there, and I told him I was coming up to see you one more time, and he asked to come with me. It's just as well that you weren't there, because obviously it would have been a big waste of time.
Sorry I kept you. Tell Danny I said hello.
Yeah, I will consider that if you tell me what's going on with you and Hayden Barnes. Jake and I bumped into Valerie while we were looking for you up at Windermere, and she told us that Hayden stayed there in the spring.
That's true. She's an old acquaintance of mine.
Yeah, that's what she said. It just seems odd that your old acquaintance would pose as Jake's wife. I mean, do you know anything about how that happened?
No more than you do.
You had nothing to do with it.
No. Elizabeth is my closest friend. I would never sabotage
Emily was the
anything.
love of your life, and you still managed to raid her family's company.
I had no reason to sick Hayden on Jake. The man makes Elizabeth happy. That's all I ever wanted for her.
Because you care about her?
Of course I do.
If you cared about Elizabeth so much, then why would you slap her in the face by having Hayden stay with you after what she did to Jake?
Look, I didn't know about Hayden's lies until the nurses' ball. I found out with everyone else, and Carly exposed her as a fraud and kicked her out of the Metro Court.
But you still put her up at Windermere.
For one night. Come on, what was I supposed to do? Kick the poor woman out into the cold? I planned to send her on her way.
But you never had to, because the next thing we knew, Hayden got herself shot. It's curious how Hayden was incapacitated before she could tell us who Jake really is.
What's curious is why Hayden matters to you at all.
What Hayden knows matters to Jake, and Jake matters to me because he is my friend. Therefore, Hayden matters to me. Still seem curious?
Since you put it that way.
Well, if you can think of anything else that might be of interest to me, given your acquaintance with Hayden, let me know, okay?
Of course. Cousin?
Cousin?